Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing a review of a show, but it's only part of a show. So this is Masters of Horror, and this is the volume 3 from season 1, and on this disc they have the episodes Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, Dance of the Dead, and Pick Me Up. So I have two of these Blu-rays from season 1, and I have volumes 3 and 4. So those are the two that I have, and then I've been slowly getting the ones from season 2, which were never released on Blu-ray, so they have individual releases. But I ended up really liking a couple of these that are on this disc, so I wanted to kind of give a little review of them. So let's talk about Masters of Horror to start off with. So Masters of Horror is an anthology television series that was on Showtime. And it was created by Mick Garris, and he would do these dinners. He would start these dinners, and he would invite all of the major directors of horror movies, of classic horror movies and stuff. And then it slowly turned into, let's do an anthology series where each of these directors directs their own episode, which they're all about an hour long. So it's essentially these directors are making an entire movie. So that's basically how it got started. It ran for 2 seasons on Showtime, and then it got canceled, but then it kind of came back on I think it was NBC in a show called Fear Itself, which I could actually probably do a review on that, but I haven't watched, or I watched all the episodes, but I haven't watched them in a while, so I'd have to go back and rewatch them. But it was a little less toned, or it was more toned down than this one, but this is a very interesting collection, and I wanted to go over the 3 episodes on this Blu-ray so that I could just review them for you guys. Alright, so the very first one is Incident on and Off a Mountain Road. So this was directed by the creator of Phantasm, Don Coscarelli. And essentially the whole premise of this is this girl gets into a car accident, and then because there's this car stalled out on this road, on this mountain road, which hence the title. So she goes through and she goes to check to see if the person is okay, and the door's open and there's blood, but she can't find this person. So she goes to the guardrail on the side closest to the car, looks, nobody's there. She goes to the other guardrail and she notices that there's somebody down there, and then the girl looks up, who is down behind the guardrail, and she's like, "Help me." And then all of a sudden this guy comes walking up the hill and grabs the girl and then knocks the other girl out. So all of this girl's story is intertwined with her and her husband, or this guy that she's dating, who is teaching her survival skills and stuff. And essentially she uses those skills to help her with this monster guy who kidnapped her and locked her in the basement of his place. So I actually really enjoyed this movie, or this little episode. I think that it was one of the strongest on the set, or at least with these 3 movies. Let me see if I can find out who the Bree Turner is, and Ethan Embry. So they are the actors in this. So Bree Turner is the girl, and then Ethan Embry is the husband, her husband. Alright, so then the next episode on this is called Dance of the Dead, which there's another, it's a Ghost House Underground movie that's titled this, but that's not it. It's called Dance of the Dead, and it's directed by Tobe Hooper, who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if you did not know. And the big character in this is Robert Englund. He has a role in this. And then also Jonathan Tucker, who has been in quite a few things. I think he's in a show called Kingdom, like a boxing show or something like that. But this one I thought was fairly weak. At least I did not personally enjoy this one. Essentially, the premise is we're in some sort of post-apocalyptic world, but it's not quite... It's some sort of apocalyptic world, but it's not like at least what you would think it is. So this girl and her mom own this, like, shop. It's like it's like a diner place. And one day that these like kind of punk people come in, and they're from like the other side of the town, which is way more into this apocalyptic type thing than the side that they're on, I guess. And so the daughter kind of gets intrigued with this, within one of the guys in particular, and he invites her to go to this nightclub. And that is where the Dance of the Dead kind of thing plays in, and Robert Englund is the like MC of this place. So essentially what the Dance of the Dead is he gets there's like this like drug, and they inject it into like the carotid artery of the dead person, and it like makes them almost zombie-like, and they go into this like ring, and these people have like these cow prod things, and they like electrocute the dead person, and it like makes them like go all around and stuff like that, and that's what they call dancing. I did not enjoy this one as much. It was very strange, and there was a lot of weird movements with the camera and like fuzzy, like blurry type things, and I just did not enjoy it as much. I liked the story, but I just didn't like necessarily the way that it was directed. But I mean, that's my own opinion. I mean, other people could love it. And then the next one is called Pick Me Up, and I actually really enjoyed this one as well. And this one was from the Larry Cohen who directed Is Alive. And essentially these people are on a bus, and it breaks down, and little do they know that there are two serial killers that are working in this area. One who is a hitchhiker, and he basically kills anybody who picks him up. The other is a truck driver who picks up hitchhikers and kills who he picks up. So a bunch of people on this bus decide to go with the truck driver, and so their fates are pretty much sealed. And then along comes the hitchhiker, and he comes up to the bus, and he realizes that, or he asks the guy, he's like, oh, if I was hitchhiking, would you have picked me up? And the guy was like, yeah, the bus driver was. And so that is his cue that he can kill the people on the bus, which is a little strange. But anyway, one of the girls actually ends up, before any of this happened, ends up like hiking back to the town by herself, and she's essentially, what happens is both of these serial killers are after her. So they both feel like they're entitled to kill her, and which I'm not sure how the one guy factors into it, the truck driver who kills people that he picks up, because he never picked her up. So I'm not quite sure how that factors into it, but essentially they start fighting over each other, or fighting over this girl. And it's actually, this one is one of the ones that I really liked on this as well. Well, there's only two that I liked. Let me see if I can find out who. Warren Cole is one of and Michael Moriarty are the two that star in it. I believe those are the two serial killers. But I would definitely recommend checking this out. At least these three I can talk to. I don't think I've seen the other ones, and season 2 I haven't really seen as well, but I would definitely check this out. Check out Fear itself. I've watched that, and most of those were pretty good too. The thing with anthologies are you always have your good ones and you have your bad ones, so not all of them are going to be great, but if you're a fan of horror and you like anthologies, little self-contained stories, then definitely check out Masters of Horror, because Masters of Horror has all the greats come together and direct their own thing. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you think if you've seen Masters of Horror, or if you've seen any of these episodes, if you like them, if you don't like them. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.